Chit Chat with G-Wise is the name of the show. I'm glad you could join us today. Thank you very much for the support so far. Each and every week, we bring you a brand new episode. We bring to you people that will inspire you, people that will tell us how they've made it in life. That's what we do right here on Chit Chat with G-Wise. Remember, tourism is our area. Business is our area. Sales and marketing is our area. We also cater for entertainment. Everything entertainment, we have it right here. Okay, so we'll talk to people that are artists, music artists, recording artists. We'll talk to also actors and actresses right here on this podcast. So every time you hear Chit Chat with G-Wise is on, please do subscribe and of course watch the episode, because it's through your help that we get to bring you more and more episodes. Today I'm very excited because I'm talking to somebody who has been around in the music circles for quite a long time. I must say he has experienced both the old, when I say old, the time Zambian music was being certified by Zambians, and of course to now that the Zambian music is everywhere around the globe. He's proven a point, and he's continues to do great. His talent is exceptional. Today, guys, help me welcome the man himself, Hamzwe, Mr. Hamoba.
What's up, my man?
Bro,
Yeah.
good to have you, man.
Thank you for having me, bro.
Ish, we haven't had a chat in a long time.
The last time was on Blaze.
Yes.
I remember.
On 3.7 Blaze. That was way back. Good to see you, man.
No, good to see you too, bro.
How's life generally?
Well, we keep pushing. It's the order of the day.
I'm telling you, and if you don't push, nothing happens these days,
happens, man. You have to be. You're responsible for yourself, so you need to get up and make things happen.
And you see, that's that's one thing people don't get.
Yeah.
You sit there and wait for somebody to push you.
You see what I mean?
Kuliko mawiu bae, then kuri bantu. So what do you?
Uchatekera uganzira umuntu ataza kuganzira kuchitira vintu but naye ari na
pressure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So ufunika chewa wanyamuka chwazipompa.
Aika.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So away from business and everything else, family, how's family?
Family is good, man.
Okay.
God has been great.
Amen. Yeah. I love to hear that.
Yeah.
Good to have you, man. I'm glad that you could find time to have a chat with us right here on Chit Chat with G-Wise.
Yeah.
You have a new album, and I think that was inspirational enough for me to say, what? I need to talk to this gentleman, okay?
Yeah.
How have you managed to stand the test of time, man?
Truth be told, it hasn't been easy, man.
Yeah? Tell me about it.
The thing is, over a period of time, industry, namochitira vintu vichinja. You know what I mean? Like from the time that we started up until this point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Things have been changing. You know, how people push music, how they market the music and stuff like that. And especially with the fact that now with the social media. You know what I mean? Internet, you know what I mean? So even to watch that, you have to adapt.
So that's one thing I want us to talk about, okay?
Yeah.
How you manage to adapt, and of course, if you can go in detail just to give us some of those same things that you feel like, have changed from the time you started. Because you're one artist that has produced hits for many years. Okay, every time you drop something, the airwaves at least will appreciate your works. You get a point?
Yeah.
So what are some of the trends that you've noticed that the way you used to do music then, or the way you used to promote music then, that is different from now?
Okay, I think at the time that we were just getting into the industry. The thing was, I think people...
The days of Shedera.
The days of Shedera, the days of Namanje.
Yes, especially those days.
I think that time people were hungry for music. You know what I mean? They were just getting to appreciate Zambian music. You know what I mean? So, we would go into the studio, mapanga album, kasiriza. The way you market the album is you release it. You know? Maperika kuma CD, kuma DJ, kuma clubs, you know what I mean? Machako ma interview, you know what I mean? So, ija period yenze na njira yake yochitira promote vitu, like if you've got an album out or a new song out, and then that time mostly people were just releasing albums.
Yes, mostly single, but it's coming back. Have you noticed?
Yeah, it is.
It's coming back now. Yeah,
it is. Yes,
and like people are appreciating more of albums than singles.
Yeah, I remember there's a time I would actually meet people and they would complain. You know what I mean?
Drop it,
You know, there was a time that everybody in the industry that was just dropping singles.
Yeah.
Single after single, you know what I mean? I think we've been able to change not so long ago.
Manje. I think with the introduction, especially of boom play, and these
boom
others,
play, yes, and I think
that brought the influence, right?
The person, I think the artist that actually just solidified the wave, Yama album. If I'm not mistaken, it was Chefy, isn't it?
Chef 187, yeah?
I think so.
Okay.
After a long time of just people dropping singles. Yeah, about an album, you know what I mean? And then people got excited, you know. So, you know, from that period,
everybody.
Man, it's good to see that Bambidi, man, they were encouraged to get into the studio.
Okay.
No Chama album.
Let's talk about your old days, man. The days of Namanje. How was it like doing music then?
Okay, it was crazy, you know, because I think what made us stand out that time was the fact that music was a child that has a passion in music. You know what I mean? Squenze kutatu no nifune cheni zibike, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And there are a lot of people who've made that mistake. Angena mu industry
just for the name, for the fame.
Famous.
You
know what I mean? So you find that angena industry sari na show and having family direction because it's tough. It's not easy.
It's not,
yeah, it's not easy. So you find that along the way aluba na muntu olwazima che
sazi
wanavochita, you know what I mean? It's not easy. So paja kuzukala chati uziba chatoka pa Zambian music ifika chitike konda music nifuna nyimbo nifuna nyimbo bazimvele bantu. You know, so kukala kupanga. I've always been that person. Wamina mangena mu studio. Ngangena mu studio before I finish a song or a penny paja. I have to make sure that whatever I'm doing must make sense to whoever is going to listen to it out there. Even somebody must relate
to the song.
Yeah, okay. You know. Yeah. So I think there was a lot of that that time. You know what I mean?
Music with meaning.
Meaning, yes. You know what I mean? It was a bit tricky because Paja want to accept Zambian music, and there was like a shift. You know what I mean? Because first from Kalindula, you know what I mean? Because Kalindula,
the rumba.
There was a period when the rumba was just all over in a pipia. You know what I mean? So ija period ija yoto sapo rumba ija. No chitako meant Zambian music. It was one of the tough things. You know
okay, and that's the time that you guys were coming in.
Exactly, that's the time. Yeah.
How did you manage to heal that?
Okay, you see, the thing is that even as we were coming, because they want to foot in a way of many ways, or the likes of NJK, you know what I mean? Yeah, that time Mondo was playing a huge role in the music industry, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you see, Paja, people were getting there. So when we were coming, it was like cement.
So it's like the foundation was built by.
Okay, you know what I mean? You get it, yeah.
So the Kalindula built the foundation.
You know what I mean?
The others came,
exactly. You know what I mean? That's how it was, yeah.
So where's the group Namanje?
Well, Namanje, we were the two of us.
Yes.
There was me and the late Chato.
Yes,
yeah, we were just the two of us. And I've always had this question from people to say, no, why did you guys break up?
Yeah.
Album Emozi, you know what I mean? No. You see, the thing is, how we came together as Namanje was we both happened to be signed at Sling Beats.
Yes.
Yeah, so
Sling Beats, big up to the man himself.
Charlie Bravo.
Charlie Bravo.
Yeah, man.
It's been around, man.
It's been around. So acha album yake na inacha album yangu. So when I was doing my album, konabaga pesa gati nicha nyimbo Emozi, and he was around.
Okay.
That track, remember Nima Kondoela? So we were working on that song, and he was around. I was like, hey, come on, let's do this song. Hey, jump on this song. Let's do this song together. Now, after we did that song, my voice bamene bezomverera bazichawe mumve kamoshe. These guys sound good together. Sound good together. So it gave Charlie now the idea
to say, why can't I bring this together? So it was actually, it was by him now to say, let me.
He's the one who suggested. You know what I mean? He's like, what do you think, you guys? Can we come up with an album? And let's come up with a name, and then we do an album for the two of you. Yeah. So that's how we started. We started throwing names around. You know what I mean? So now what that album was consisted of was my tracks. The tracks that I was recording for my album, you know what I mean, and some of the tracks that Chad was recording also
for his album.
Yeah, so we put those together and then we recorded a couple of tracks together.
Yeah. All right.
So after Tachosa Manje, the Namanje album, it was titled the Kaspaka, if you remember.
Kaspaka.
Yeah, Ikaspaka.
Yes. Ikaspaka, baby. Yeah.
Exactly. Yes. So after Yachoka Paja, then now we agreed to say it was time for us to get back to our solo project. So we had marketed ourselves. You know what I mean?
The names were there.
Yeah, exactly. So we got back to recording our projects. That's the time I did the Shedel album.
Yes. Okay. All right. But did you have songs before the Namaje project? Did you have songs? I know you've talked about the songs that you had recorded, but did you have some that were already out playing on radio?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
so that was the beginning now.
Yeah, that was the beginning.
So how was it like for you? You just come with an album and boom, you're already on the market.
No. Coming to remember, there's a time that there was that Nexus compilation.
Yes.
The Nexus compilation in Sichtik. I remember I found myself at Nexus.
Okay.
That time I had written a song and I was trying to find it, to have it recorded. So ndivyo naendera ku Nexus kucha ndafika na I approach na funsapo pali kani, but I was told I was too late. You know what I mean? I was too late. Compilation nachitaka kudala. So I started recording it. So I recorded my song, my first studio song at Nexus. It was titled Njeba. So after Naicha, I think I even pushed it to radio. It even played on the hot demo action.
Okay.
You remember the hot demo action?
Yes. Where's Scared these days? I need to talk to that man. It's been a while,
He's around,
So that's quite a journey, huh?
So that was like my first song. And to be recorded in studio. Aside from Kuskuru na Venezuela. And we had a studio. It was a mission school. So we had a studio there. I was at Chikankata. I was at Chikankata. So we used to record songs there. But after school, Njeba was the first track I recorded in studio. I so happened I recorded it at Nexus. So I did a radio, you know what I mean? And I continued pushing, looking for a deal until I found myself at Sling Beats.
Okay. The biggest question is that the Nexus that you're talking about, is it the same Nexus that's there now?
It's the same Nexus, yes, but except I think it's
management.
But the owner, the proprietor,
is the same guy.
The same guy, yeah.
Wow, he's done a lot for the industry,
it comes a long way, man.
Yeah, it comes a long way. Yeah. Okay, so now Namanje came out, then you had these hit songs now that from the project Namanje, and you were out there. Yeah. How was that for you, man?
It was crazy, man. The first time that I actually realized to say, hey, can't even reach Tikabanja. Nachuka ku nyumba. So nezifuna kugera ka bus. Yeah, that time I used to be in Kaunda Square with my mom. So nezukera ka bus pa hybrid pa that niende ku studio. The studio was in Charleston.
Yes.
So
has it moved now?
Yeah, now it's moved a couple of times from that time. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So ni jana choka manja tani nikweleka basi niende. So nafika ile pa station niembekeza na immediate niembekeza bus atibwele. Then bus ya Bwera, and then that bus was full of pupils from Munali, it's Bazula, you know what I mean? So Ibo Peter che basi baba waniona na immediate. Nangani nakwera basi yo. That's the last time I ever got on a bus, by the way.
Are you serious? What year was that?
What year was that? That's 20 what?
20 something.
Yeah, 20 something.
Wow.
Okay. Nabwerera natuma phone ku studio. Guys, yakanga ile bus.
And that was the fruits of your hard work.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So things are not the same anymore. They're not the same anymore. So
then the shows,
they started after that.
Okay.
Okay. Pushing the music playing on radio and stuff, so you find people organize functions and they'll call for Namanje to go there, and stuff like that. So it depends the takeoff up. But in the middle, by Japanese company in Kani Anjeba, it was Kevin, process. After recording the track, I would find myself my functions. Nimbeko kanyimbo kamene kanga ni waboa muntu wangu. Venango bakutamba chiba kuyangana singing, and I was singing R&B.
Yes.
R&B. So manje R&B paja bantu sozo banayijaira tukuimvera mvanakira bizungu R&B. Songa ni manyimbo ya chitundu ni aja yako ngoma mveka kama rumba. Then what songs were those? Those tribal cousins.
Oh, you mean Zambians? Yes. And tribal cousins.
Those tribal cousins, you know what I mean? And also
Black Moon too.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yes.
So sound in never many ways which I accept it.
But you guys brought in a new wave, and that was the R&B.
I started off R&B, and I evolved. So it was crazy. They couldn't accept that. But we thank God that over time, it was a different story.
It was a different story. Okay. So now, when you compare the trends now and the trends then, the money, how are you guys making money? Back in the day, I know now people are getting money off streams.
Yeah.
But how are you making money?
Yeah, Kudala, mainly the money was from shows.
Shows.
Okay. Marcel's music. Yeah. Mainly the money was from the shows. Yeah, Kudala pajankani yama CDs. You find that my CDs momeno mukachaya. Kulinkani yo gabana kuliwa funka kudiamo shani. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you find, and it was also difficult to just keep track. But you find the money was there. It was there, but it's not like now.
Okay, it was
now,
hard to keep track.
It was hard to keep track, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's why you find that people say, when panga drama, but still because it was very hard. The way it used to come then and the way it's coming now it's very different.
Two different, things.
Okay.
You know what I mean? It's very, very different.
Okay, how did you guys manage though? Because I know back then, I don't want us, we'll talk about the music videos, but how are you managing? Because I know to keep up appearances, you need that same money.
Yeah, exactly. You see, in you see, when you've got a passion for something and understand what you really want to achieve, you always find a way. You push. You know what I mean? You push because but this is what is important to me. You know what I mean? And this. This is like this, you know what I mean? So it matter discipline, but I'm not saying everything was perfect.
Yeah. So
there's a process.
Okay, and off the CDs, you're making money as well?
Yeah, there was money. You see, like that time would get Mondo was a distributor.
Yes, Mondo Music.
Yeah, I remember they actually distributed Shelela for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the Shelela album was
okay. It brought in good income. And those Sounds Arcade as well.
Yeah, there was Sounds as well.
Yeah,
okay. Sounds as well. Yeah.
Sounds Arcade was the show. Then it was the store was Sounds.
Yeah, Sounds.
Is it still there?
Unfortunately, I don't know, you know what I mean? But
okay. I remember they used to sell CDs.
Too much. You know, I remember on Zambian music or my CDs or what's selling and stuff. Remember, you had to wait for Sounds Arcade.
Yes, Sounds Arcade.
You know what I mean?
Okay, exactly. Top Shan, Sounds Arcade top 10.
Top 10,
yes.
Yeah.
So ngaochitika uzaspeza kwa
somewhere. You know what I mean? There was really no engine that could actually just make sure and say, okay, I know kunyimbo hili I remember the first time I ever experienced Kanya at Marotis, aside from Kanye Gudisa CDs. There was a time there were those what were they called? Boom, those boxes. What were they called? Jukebox.
Yes.
Yes. I remember signing a contract with a company that was running those jukeboxes.
Oh, so how many times
after some time, but
something,
like this, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
But it was crazy.
Process.
Yeah, it's been a process. It was very, very difficult. The industry was disorganized back then.
Okay.
And most artists, it was rare to hear artists that in a manager, you know what I mean, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Most artists were just running on their own.
Like you'd look for a show on your own, find it, make your own money, and go.
They call you at a show. Number yako amede wasakira, wakutumira, no so mwakumana, you know what I mean. So you can imagine how kajaka element of professionalism. Because it's standard, you know what I mean.
I see what you mean. But look, having gone through all that, having experienced all that, you still never gave up. You get a point. Here you are today.
Yeah, man. No, I've got love for music, bro. I've got love for music, and most importantly, lucky for me, my music went out there and it touched people. You know what I mean? I was able to create a fan base for myself. I mean, I was able to have those people.
Let me just say this. You've been famous, especially among ladies, because of your love songs.
Yeah.
How did you handle that, especially when it comes to fame?
Well,
discipline?
It comes down to that, my man. You know
Okay.
what I mean? You need to understand and know what's important to you. You know what I mean? Of course, temptations were there, you know what I mean? And especially when you're growing up, some things you learn when you grow.
You learn as you grow.
You know what I mean?
Okay, all right. And then the wave now, R&B. At what point did you feel like your style and people understood your kind of music? Which song really stood out for you to say, Ben Nacho side, just like people really accepted the R&B that we were doing?
I think it was the time we did the Namanja album.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, when we were in the studio, you find that you're creating something that you're going to put out there, and actually not really knowing how people are going to receive
it. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So after the album, and I think if you remember, that album had a lot of different flavors in there. Yeah, there were some typical R&B songs. There was fusion of other, you know, types of music. You know what I mean? You remember Chimalita? Yes, that was raga something. You know what I mean? Yeah. So momentum, when we put out that body of work and the response it got, you know what I mean? That's when I knew to say, okay, you know what? Even to V7s,
but people have finally
people
accepted
it.
You know. From there, there's a lot of transitioning that happened.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you manage to discover the new you? Like, okay, from one style to another to this type of music.
Yeah.
How did you discover yourself?
Okay, you know, because initially I'm that type of artist that doesn't like to limit themselves. You know what I mean? I started off as a rapper, actually, you know.
Really?
Slapdi can tell you, we used to be at the same school. He was my junior.
Oh, serious?
Yeah, so we used to rap together at school.
Where is it the same Chikankata?
Yeah, same Chikankata.
Okay.
Yeah. So I used to rap at school, you know what I mean, and stuff. Then at some point, I actually discovered I had a voice that could sound nice if I sang. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, and then now, when I actually just came, society, as they call it, came from school.
Society,
you know what I mean? And then I looked at what was happening in Zambian music and how it was going. I realized that at that point, singing was working more than rapping.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Singing, it was easier to get a breakthrough with singing.
Okay.
Yeah, you know. So in the moment I just chose to say, okay, you know what? Let me start singing. So and you know, you are a person who's recorded music a number of times. Yes. So you know what I'm talking about when I say this. As an artist, the more you record, the more you discover yourself, and the better you become. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Yeah. So it's been like that. Yes, it's been like that. through the studio, spending time in the studio, writing songs, listening to music out there, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you begin to discover yourself.
It made me grow as an artist.
Wow,
up to this point where there's Terrible Love now.
Okay. Yeah, we'll dive into this soon. There was a season of silence from you.
Exactly.
Yeah, there was a season of silence, and I've seen some artists, because of that silence, they never come back.
Yeah.
Because of that silence, they go for good.
Exactly.
What was the silence all about?
Yeah, like I said, as the older you grow, the more you learn things and realize certain things, you know what I mean?
True.
And then you have these responsibilities you never expected, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah. You have to learn how to handle the whole thing, you know what I mean? So you see, in that way, I started pushing in different ways, you know what I mean? Well, it's like you have to take care of family, you know what I mean?
I know, right?
Exactly, yeah. So, Muria manager.
Now your music, it's not demand.
Music ima demand that time. You can't do music if you don't have time.
You find yourself in a situation where you want to do a music video or pay school fees.
So you see, it became difficult for me to actually just get into the studio, you know what I mean? Say, pange music, yeah. But you see, after a certain period, I think that this is something that actually helped me. After a certain period, I would get into the studio, do some collabos, you know what I mean? I would feature on somebody's track, goes out there, you know what I mean? I did some stuff with Tishon.
Yes.
I also nezo drop to my but
the silence was not silent. It wasn't very silent.
It's just the push that wasn't strong.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Also because of what I explained first, system ya change. So you have to learn to say, okay, I want to pushing a bunch. And the first time I sat and realized to say, you know what, actually things have changed. I did the traditional way of putting it out.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I took CDs, you know what I mean? And okay, at that time, there was my email. You can just email a track to somebody. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, but you see, the thing is that even as the music played, that's people were using to just make sure that the music reaches out there, you know what I mean? Because vina chinja vintu.
Yeah.
So you see, so
that's the period. So the period was just to master the art.
Yeah,
and just
you know
see
what
where...
I mean? Exactly. Yeah.
Okay.
So I stayed in the background and watched. You know what I mean? I would put out a track, Shani, and meet some fellow artists, you know what I mean? Sometimes like support discuss, you know what I mean? And I remember one of the artists I actually had a conversation with. There's a time that there's actually one track in Terrible Love, which I actually did some time ago, and I did this track with Slap D. Slap D features on it.
So he's on the album,
yeah. So you see, that time I did the song. I remember we sat outside and he started telling me, you know what I mean? And at that time he was at his peak. He was at his peak already, you know what I mean? Cementing his status as King Diesel.
As King Diesel.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we sat and, we just spoke about how it's different to push music, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
At the current time, we spoke about it. You know, one thing in ndine muntu ame sinilezi kupunzira. Ine chintunganizi banichifuna. And I don't know how to do it. Kanzasakira njira, nzapunzira mo chichitira. Nzasakira muntu amene aziba. You know what I mean? So that they do it for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
True. Say, help me.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Because, you can't be stagnant.
Yeah.
You know, pezo kampalinkani ya artists, wambiri wakudala, and them keeping quiet. And you see, the thing is, when you accept to save into Vima change, it means it opens your mind. It means your mind opens in a different way, because you see, then uzafuna kupunzira to say, vintu vichitika bwanji manje.
Vyenda
bwanji manje. You know what I mean? Even when it comes to sound, sound changes after a period of time.
A period of time, yeah, it's never the same.
Yeah, it's never the same. There's been sounds. I mean, at some point, put your change,
music,
wave. You know what I mean? And you can't expect kunkala stagnant. Then which they expect my results, but it's situation you change. You know what I mean? You have to go with the times. You change.
And it's like doing the same thing and expecting different results. Yeah.
You know what I mean? That doesn't work at all.
Yeah. Okay. Before Teddy Bear Love, how many albums do you name?
This one is the solo fifth.
Solo fifth.
Yeah,
Run
fifth.
through the names.
Shelela, Hamsway, Hamsway 2. Then there was Still Me.
Still Me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we had a challenge with Still Me. I had a challenge with the people who were doing the distribution.
Okay.
Yeah, there are certain things we couldn't agree on.
Okay.
We contract, you know what I mean? It just had to do with marketing or marketing of the project, you know what I mean? Yeah, so people didn't really listen.
Okay. So Still Me, I'm getting, that's, you trying to tell people that I'm still the
Hamoba, you know what I mean?
Okay.
If you listen to it, you actually tell, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah, so those challenges, Sinmaipenda maninga tinachoka, you know what I mean? Because it never really went out there. But if we count it as well, we're saying, oh, by the way, that's the album that had that track with Israel.
Yes.
You remember it?
I do, man, I do.
Yeah. Awesome. That's the album that had that track.
Okay.
Yeah. So Matipenda, Teddy Bear Love is the fifth one.
The fifth one. Yeah. Okay, so those Hamsway 1 and 2, right?
Yes, Hamsway 1 and 2.
And those albums really did fine.
They did very, very fine.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome. What are some of the names of artists that you've worked with on these other albums before we go to Teddy Bear Love? Because when we start Teddy Bear Love, I want us to go track by track. Yeah. But before then, who are some of the artists that you felt like you featured them and they really worked out for you very well?
Well, Israel, of course.
Yes.
Yeah, Israel. We've always had a very good working relationship. Yeah. Also, the late George Bangu. Yeah. Funtike as well.
Funtike,
Funtike, yes. I did something with JK as well. Yes. Tai 2, obviously.
Yes. You guys are like this at some point.
We've always had a good working chemistry.
I've noticed, and the music can tell.
Yeah, and I think what has made everything possible is the fact that I think when we met, we grew a relationship.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Up to a point where we just became like brothers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that works.
It wasn't just, it went away from music.
Away from music and work. You know, I mean, we had a relationship. I mean, we'd spend a lot of time together. You know what I mean? Like, saying me point, I would kunyumba kwa Tai 2, kunyumba kwa tu. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? Okay, I see.
So we'd spend a lot of time together. Hence the bond that was created. Yeah, Tai 2, Chameleon as well.
Oh yeah.
Yes, General Ozzy. Tommy D.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. You've worked with a lot of them.
Yeah, man, I have. And this is talking about just my projects. Because I had also done a lot of features. You know
features,
what I mean?
yes.
I think you remember the track with Danny Pedo.
Yeah. What is Danny Pedo now?
He's around, actually. He actually recently released a song featuring me and Slap D.
Are you serious?
Yes,
I need to look out for that one, yeah? And I know he's very active with the basketball things.
Yes,
but I need to look out for that one. So, bro, like you said, you can't do the same thing and expect different results. Times have changed. Social media now. How has that influenced your music?
Well, okay, so now, Teddy Bear Love. The inspiration behind Teddy Bear Love. You know,
this is the album we're talking about now. Yeah. We're now into the new album. First of all, dope artwork, yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
Dope artwork, and there's a teddy bear. I hope this is not Teddy who's talking. I remember the movie Teddy.
I remember Teddy.
Yeah?
Crazy movie.
And you've continued, one thing you've continued, Teddy Bear Love, obviously, definitely. This love song.
People know me for love songs.
Yes, and that's what I'm saying, you've continued.
You know what I mean?
Tell us about the album, the inspiration behind it.
So, one of the things was, when we're talking about that period of silence, I think earlier I was explaining, lucky for me, my music managed to reach people out there and touch them. I managed to create a fan base, you know what I mean? I managed to just touch those people, some people who just appreciate my music, you know. You know, there's a difference between a fan and somebody who just appreciates your music.
There is a very huge difference, yeah.
So, you know, so now I would have a lot of pressure from those people.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes you end down nakumana na vena ngozostano kalipa, you know what I mean? Hey, how can you just abandon us like that? And if you can't unayamba. You know, when investment you know what I mean?
I see.
Stuff like that, you know what I mean? So I always nabana nkalache nakaja tukata nina nkongole, you know what I mean? Because bro, truth be told, it happened so many times that I even got overwhelmed.
Yeah.
You know, I got overwhelmed, and now I started manja kukranka, trying to get myself in shape. You know, when you're recording a project like an album, you have to be prepared. Mentally, emotionally,
you know, involved.
Yes,
and financially.
Yes. You know what I mean? So now I had to get to a point where I had to get ready that way. It's a project that's taken a number of years to actually just put
how
together.
many years, if you may think?
5 years.
Okay. So here it says Ham's Way Entertainment. So do you have a record label of your own?
It's it's a record label, yes.
Okay. Then I've noticed that there's also the merchandise side of Ham's Way.
Yes.
There's the clothes side. Let's talk about that.
Yes. So Ham's Wear is the clothing line.
I want a hoodie.
I got you. So Ham's Wear, which is also one of the reasons actually this album was done.
Okay.
You know, want to set a base for where the clothing line will take off from. So the moment we're going to be launching this album, we're also going to be launching the clothing line.
Okay.
Yes.
So we're expecting a launch. Okay.
Yeah, because you know, after doing, you know what we did is when I started off, in my idea I could die. When I sit down and start talking about this whole thing, that's the day. So you know, this is something. I even have my designs talk about, you know what I mean, that I wasn't really convinced with. You know what I mean? Yeah, but it's something that I started a long time ago pushing. So okay, this must happen. This must happen. So after it got to a point where we just did a few merchandise, you know what I mean, just to put out and see the response from people. And hey man, it was overwhelming. It's great, you know what I mean. It gives me pride to see how people are respecting and receiving the brand Ham's Wear.
And I think it's just the way you've also marketed. You know what I mean? It's not everywhere, but it's in the right places.
Exactly. So now the whole reason for the launch is now to prepare just to have it go. Because the plan is to have it everywhere. Countrywide. You know what I mean? We're going to have different things. We're going to have hoodies, t-shirts, jeans, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah,
awesome.
My socks, Chinese,
everything Ham's Wear. That's what's up, man. Yeah. And then there's Studio Optimum as well.
Yeah, Studio Optimum. This is a studio that I worked with. This is a studio that is owned by 2K. You know 2K music?
2K?
Yes.
2K, the 2K.
Yes. 2K.
Okay. Yes. He's also running a boutique somewhere, right?
Yes. He's running a boutique. Actually, that's one of the points where we were selling the t-shirts, the hoodies and stuff.
You know, funny enough, this is from 2K. Like, I'm serious. It's where I got it from him. That's a long, that road, that from Ring Road. Manamo, yes. That's what it is. Yes.
What's that road? Is that Kasama Road?
Yeah, it should be. Yeah, somewhere there. There's something that we're doing. They called me, went there, and then I picked up something.
No, it's got some pretty good stuff. So he is Studio Optimum because we worked hand in hand in putting this project together. Yeah, that's how awesome. Actually, if you notice, if you check, he actually I think has the most features on.
Yes. Okay. We'll talk about that soon. So the inspiration there came in and
from the fans. The fans complaining. You know, I mean, I knew that I owed my fans this. So I had to get back into the studio, and then here we are. Teddy Love is out, and you don't understand how relieved I am right now. I've been receiving messages.
So for those that have been traveling the guy, this is the album, Teddy Bear Love. Okay, let's now talk about some of the people that you worked with on this album. There's the intro part. Teddy Bear Love itself.
Yes.
Okay, tell me about it.
So this was produced by Days. Yeah. Initially, this was supposed to be a whole song, actually.
Okay.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a whole song, but then, there's some people I wanted to come in just to help into completing the whole thing. I had an idea, I was supposed to sit down and, nima olo like.
Like you
if
said.
I hit the brick, listen now, how can we push this thing? You know what I mean? So that didn't happen. But I had already picked the title of the album, and this was supposed to be the title track. That's why it is. Instead of scrapping it all out and changing the title of the album, so we just made it into an intro.
Okay, and then you have Israel on the second track.
Yes.
Okay. You've
said,
continued to work with him, man.
Yeah, man. We've got great chemistry together.
Okay. Then one guy that I feel has been doing great. Kekero,
yes. That's one talented guy. Actually, this same track with Israel. Yeah, actually, he did some work there. He helped.
And COB.
Yeah, COB
on the Israel track.
The production,
yes, actually, COB produced
most of the tracks.
Okay.
That time he had just come to Studio Optimum.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's where we met, and then we got into the arrangement of working on the album. Yeah.
Kekero has been there for me through thick and thin. Yeah.
He's a very talented guy. I feel he's actually very underrated.
You get a point. He has a lot of stuff that he's holding back and he hasn't even released. So, Kekero, we need you. We have to talk to you.
Yeah.
Okay, then this one is featuring Danny.
Yes.
On track number 4.
Track number 4.
Kaziwanga.
So this track was actually written by Danny.
Okay.
Yeah. So written by him, and then when I took it, seeing it obviously in editor, and he produced this. He also produced it. So, but then we finished it off with COB.
Okay. Yeah. This one, track 5, has a video, right?
The one that has a video is track 2.
It's track 2. Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. No, I've seen. Oh, okay. I've seen J Cash vibing to this song, track number 5. So I thought there was an actual video to it.
No.
Okay.
There's no video yet, but
but you're working towards that. Okay. So track 5 features J Max, J Cash, okay, Y Celeb, Moby Rooks, and 2K.
Yes.
This is a whole team, man. You pick the click. I'm telling you. Okay.
Yeah.
Trina South also on track number 6, and Trina South, what's happening? She's still with.
I don't know.
She was with J-Rocks?
Yeah, I think she's still signed with J-Rocks. I'm not too sure though.
Okay, but tell us about this song.
She's very talented.
Mawombeni.
Yeah, Mawombeni. This is a track that talks about just thanking the parents, for their sacrifices. Vintu vichitika kunkala suziva
but now
not until wabwakula manje you know what I mean. So having become a parent myself, I realized some of these things, and I said I think I need to do a song like this to appreciate the parents, both those that are alive and those that are not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you have Tattoo on this same song.
Features Tattoo. Yes.
Okay.
And the beautiful vocals of Trina as well, somewhere there.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Then you have one that features King Ilist and Mel G.
Yeah, King
this
Ilist
one is track number 7, Kadede.
It's a Tonga song.
It's a Tonga song?
Yeah,
okay.
It's a Tonga song.
It has to be.
Even the features, you see Mel G.
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
King Ilist. Yeah.
Okay.
This one was for my Southerners.
Okay.
And everybody that appreciates Tonga.
Okay. This one also, this song must be big also. This one featuring
Ariel
and Abel Chungu in the morning, because I know Ariel is one vocalist, man.
Yes.
Ish. So, Ariel executive produced my album.
Yes.
I've got an album out called Plug and Play. So Ariel did a lot of stuff in there. Yeah, like bringing people together and stuff. Then he's a
very talented guy.
And you have him here in the morning. Tell me about this song.
We created some magic, man. You know, this is a song that was written by Ariel. Yeah, so you know, it's something I actually found the guys working on, and I was like, yeah, this is powerful. You know, what I mean? This is powerful. This track must be on Teddy Bear Love. Yeah.
Okay, and Abel Chungo as well.
Yeah, and then we brought Abel Chungo on board. Yeah, it's some magic, man.
Yes.
Some magic.
Okay, and then there is Page featuring Mr. Melodic. Then number 10, there is Marry Me featuring 2K.
Yes.
Okay, and then there is Malaika track 11. This one is a solo project.
Yeah, I did it a lot.
Okay, and then Ubusuma Bove featuring Ariel. Then you have Yahweh featuring Tiwa.
Gospel track.
It's a gospel track.
Yeah.
Okay, so is Tiwa a gospel artist?
She sings gospel now. It's Tiwa, actually Tiwa Hills. I don't know if you remember, but she actually did a track with Kerry Hilson at some point.
Yes,
she won that
some of those songs.
Yes,
that's
competition.
her.
That's her.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
Where's she, man?
She's around.
Push, you brought out people in this album, yeah?
Yeah, man.
Then you have Roboti, okay.
Yeah, so
featuring Kizale on guitars. Okay.
Zikale.
Okay.
Guitars. Yeah, this was a Sling Beats production.
Okay.
Yeah, and written also by Charlie.
Bravo. Like I said, the man keeps on doing great things, man.
Yeah, you know.
Okay, and then Ulipo featuring 2K. Well, first of all, there's number one.
Yeah.
Featuring Bushman.
This is a Congolese artist based in South Africa. Very, very talented
okay.
Guy. Yeah.
Okay. And then there's Ulipo featuring 2K.
I had actually put this one out. At some point, I even did a video. I think there's a time. Remember there's a time I called you about cameras and stuff like that. That's the video we're shooting.
That's the video you're shooting. I remember.
Yeah.
Okay. Then you have the General on track number 17.
Yes.
Wait a minute. You have no Renel?
Yes.
Whoa, where's Renel?
He's around, bro.
I know about Ozzy. I think we had a chat some few months back. But Renel is around.
I had to bring him on, man.
You brought people, man.
The talent is the
You
best.
brought people.
So this track was actually released at some point. It actually has a video on YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So if, those who want can check it out.
Okay. Smiling as well. This one was a solo track.
Yeah, solo
produced
track.
by Romaside.
Yeah.
Is it TK?
TK Romaside. Yes.
The tallest man in the building, if he's around.
Extra. So he produced Tulo as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right, nice. Then you have the one that features Slapdi. We talked about this one, right?
Which is Maria. Yes.
Maria. Okay. And then Kabulo.
Yeah, Kabulo. It's a Tonga song as well. Yeah. Kansimbi.
Kansimbi. What does the song talk about?
Well, here's a person justifying getting home late. Yeah. So I actually explained that no, there's mgaizi mkombwe. Zina yake ni mkombwe. There's mgaizi so zanafola so akakula kwa kuipa na kolewa ini na yona na time ataya kwana niende kunyumba. Ya manje DJ abo afya ntapo kabakalina kansimbe kaja kata.
So I was thinking Kansimbi kokomera go good door or something. Kalira kaja. Okay, man. First of all, you've brought out a lot of artists on this album.
Yeah.
And a lot of nice collabos, I must say. Okay, the artwork is on point and everything. Putting together for such an album to be done like this. Can you put a number to it in terms of how much you spent?
I can't. Some of it I don't even remember. But I'll tell you for a fact that a lot was spent.
A lot was spent.
Yes. You know. So people think it's easy to release an album. You know what I mean? You know, they don't really understand that actually there's a lot that goes into
behind
it. You know what I mean?
It's true.
That goes into it. Yeah. So
I agree.
Nimaseka, there are those who always want to speak.
The bad energy. Especially social media. So that's what take us to social media.
You know what I mean? Exactly. Yeah. So nimaseka cheva javantu. And the other day I was talking to someone who made a very comment you know what I mean? Like I saw that this person is illiterate. You know, because look, me doing this album, and like I explained, say this album is for my fans and those people that appreciate Hamoba music.
Music, yeah.
You know what I mean? I haven't done this project to come here to prove anything. Come on. What am I here to prove?
But what's wrong with even proving?
No, but listen.
Yeah.
Here's the point. You see, when somebody talks about Hamoba, if somebody mentions Hamoba, you know what I mean? And the moment somebody mentions the name, those people who know and remember all the stuff I've done.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
I was Jim's album. There's that song. He got Shelley. I was like, yo, this is good, man.
You see what
get
I mean?
a point.
Yes. So people already know what I'm capable of. You know what I mean? So when I stand here, when I make a choice to say, hey, I need to gift my fans with something.
Yeah.
With some nice music. You know what I mean?
I'm not doing it to prove a point.
No. I wanted to present my fans with some lovely music. Some good music for them to listen to. You know what I mean? And for the fact that they missed my music.
Yeah.
It was a driving force. To do this, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So, how are you marketing this album, especially with these negative vibes coming in from social media? Yeah. How are you managing to stay positive and just focus on what you want to achieve? Yeah.
Okay. Mainly, I'm not a person who's easily fazed because, like I told you, I understand why I've done this. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter what anybody says. You know what I mean? But what is good is that actually the response has been tremendous, man. It's been very, very good.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So far, I haven't heard anybody who said
it's a bad album.
You know what I mean? Everybody is giving it juice, you know what I mean? And they're appreciating.
What I've heard so far is good.
So meaning they are listening to the music and understanding. Because this album is not just an album that it's actually like a journey. You know what I mean? Even the track listing.
Yes, there's like a way that it comes.
It's an experience. You know what I mean? I really intended to connect with my fans.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In a certain way, especially after being away for some time. You know? Yeah, I really intended to connect with my fans in a special way. So the album it's like an experience.
Yeah.
You sit down, you can call it a serious and invent an album. You know, you get to understand that. And I'm glad and surprised that actually most people are actually doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I can tell from the way they are commenting to say, okay, you know, these people actually saw my vision. Yeah, you know what I mean? What I was trying to do has been achieved.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, big up yourself, man.
Yeah, man. Big up God.
It's not an easy. Let's talk about music videos now. The cost of music videos definitely has gone way up than the time you were doing the Namanja project.
Yeah.
How are you maintaining in terms of quality?
You know, they say when you go to Rome,
do what the Romans do. Yeah.
So now, okay, you see now, this one thing I understand is that you see, this is not just about me releasing an album. This is also something that is contributing to the Zambian music industry. You know, and then where Zambian music is now. What is nice is that, you know, there are actually now a number of countries, other countries that are appreciating and listening
Zambian music,
to Zambian music.
We're talking about millions streams online now.
Exactly. So you see, the thing is, you see now, how do we take Zambian music out there?
Yeah.
One of the main factors is nice and quality music videos. You see. So now, big up to a lot of artists now. They're doing a good job. They're pushing, you know what I mean? I see a lot of very, very, very beautiful music videos, you know, quality music videos being put out, you know, and I must say, kuchoka kudala siwezi wambiri wamerezo shooting about music videos. Siwezi wambiri.
Ezo pendeka. Ezo pendeka. 1, 2, 3. The Don.
You know what I mean? Who did shoot a video with the Don, man? Come on.
Yeah, the Don.
Yeah, he did Chalo Chinaman.
Yeah, serious?
Yes. He did Chalo Chinaman. He did Chalo Chinaman. He's the one who shot that video.
You've always come up with good videos.
Yeah, you know, I mean, trying to, you know, develop Zambian music. You know, because umuntu ayipeza album kwamena azayipeza zakamani Zambian music, you know what I mean? So iyo kufunika nje yachitika quality video. And I'm sure people understand Vini Kambapo Bagatamba Yamene Nachoka, the track with Israel. The video is out now on streaming on YouTube.
Nice. Okay. So now let's talk about platforms. Where can people find the album?
So now this album is available on all streaming platforms.
Okay.
Yeah, it's available on all streaming platforms. And for those who are old school, yeah, I got you, man. I just had to do some CDs for you. So hit me up for a copy, man.
Yeah.
I deliver and sign.
Wow. He's actually doing it on himself.
Exactly.
That's huge, man. You're doing it. You're delivering yourself.
No, you see, I'm pretty serious about connecting with my fans. You know what I mean? Those people, because you see, I can't lie. Without those people, there would be no Hamoba.
Okay.
I wouldn't be standing here and with all these things that we were talking about, you know what I mean? Standing strong, still standing strong. You know, standing strong is because there's backing.
Yes, it's true. Very, very
backing.
true.
The fans are there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I did a project and there was nobody to listen to it.
Okay.
You get it, huh?
So far, online, the album doing fine as well?
Doing very, very fine.
Okay, so that's what? Deza, Apple Music?
Apple Music,
Boomplay, Spotify.
Yeah, Boomplay, Shan, yeah.
All the
Everywhere.
major.
All the major streaming platforms.
All right.
Yeah.
And
Even YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah.
Has money started reflecting yet?
No, not yet.
Okay. But definitely it will.
Waiting.
No,
I've been
definitely
told,
it
we've
will.
gotten with the times, my man. Like I told you, tonight was a program. This is
We are moving with the change.
We are moving with the change, my man.
That's
how
dope.
we survive.
That's dope. So what do you feel you've done different on the album that you didn't do years back?
Yeah, okay. Okay, you know, the thing is, I think this project is different from the other projects because I think for the first time, this is a project I actually took on my own. You know, I mean, I am a project because maybe China Roma side, China Sling Beats, China, you know what I mean?
Okay.
But this is mainly executively produced by you. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So, nikankala nemwino nikayangana album when I listen to the tracks, you know, I've got a special connection with each track in there because each track has got a story. There were struggles for it. You know, it is, especially when you're working with other artists as well. You know what I mean? So, for the first time, I put out a project on my own. Independently.
Big up. Yeah, and it's all because of the fans out there, the drive and everything.
Exactly.
Okay, so we expect an album launch soon?
Yes, like I said, yes. It will be coming soon.
To be coming very soon.
In the pipeline. It's actually a tour. We're going to do a launch tour.
Awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
So you'll be province to province.
Yeah,
Okay.
to province, yeah.
All right, Mr. Hamzwe, anything else that you feel we haven't addressed that you like to bring out?
Well, I think mostly we've spoken about everything that's important. The only thing is, well, the album coming out just means the journey has begun. In Chito ya bad wa manje, you know what I mean? So there's more to come. So to all the fans out there and everybody that appreciates Samoa music, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Follow me on all the socials. Yeah. Follow me on those because you need to be up to date. You know what I mean? You need to be up to date. There's a lot that's going to be happening. So mfunikache mulipafupi so atumuziwa. More videos coming, you know what I mean? More shows. When we start with the launch. Making sure that complain.
And you like doing live performances, right?
Yeah.
You're big on live performances, yeah?
Yeah, my man, yeah.
Okay. There's been that thing said that most Zambian artists, they like playback, What's your comment?
Well, you see, the thing is, being an artist is I've understood how this thing works. You know what I mean? Because, see, you might say you want a live performance. See, there are certain places that people don't want a live performance. You know, there are places like you will go, you're performing in a club somewhere, you know what I mean? Yeah. So you find that those people
they
who
want studio.
No, it's also maybe because of set up your place, it being a club, you know what I mean? And also the budget, you know what I mean? Because
that's actually the biggest thing, actually.
Yes, one of the biggest issues. Because you see, a live performance is way more expensive than a playback one.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But you see, the thing is, also, look at a person like Danny. Danny has been doing live for the longest time.
You know I think most of his live.
Yeah, most of his shows have been live. You know what I mean? So I think it's about you just setting standards for yourself.
I come. All right. So most of your bookings, depending on the budget, you can either do playback or live.
Or live, yes.
But what do you prefer mostly?
Of course, live.
Live.
Man. Come on, live.
Do you see a lot of young artists now doing that?
I've seen that actually, and I'm impressed. You know, the thing is with live is really easy to change.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And
especially when the sound engineering side of things.
You know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I've seen a number of them taking it up.
Okay.
Yeah, taking it up, but though it's still growing. It's still growing, but yeah, I'm sure to get there.
Okay. And what are some of the mistakes that you see these youngsters are making, like the new and upcoming artists?
You know, this thing has always been a problem. I think the problem is Zambians, chap.
Okay.
Yeah, you know, kufuna ukita compete na pamene is necessary.
Yeah.
You know.
Sometimes go with the flow and the vibe. Competition is not necessary.
I think working together must be learned.
Yeah,
you know, people should go out of their way. They should stop being selfish. I think once people realize that this is the Zambian music industry, you know what I mean, and we're pushing. Well, everyone is contributing. Everyone putting out anything is contributing to the Zambian music industry. That's what it is. You know what I mean? That's what it is. This album is contributing to the Zambian music industry. You see what I mean? So if people came together and actually realized to say, you know what, one person's win is actually a win for
all of us.
All of us.
Yes,
you know what I mean? So if we get together and really, you know what I mean, and push things together, Zambian music industry there's a lot of talent in Zambia, man.
Yes, I agree
there
with
you. A lot of very talented artists out there.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean?
Definitely agree with you.
Yeah.
Mr. Hamzwe, thanks for coming through, man.
My brother, thank you so much for having me.
Thanks for spending time to be on Chit Chat with G-Wise, man. Really appreciate and wishing you the best with the album. Yeah. Already, I know it's making rounds and it will continue to do that. Yeah. For your story, man, inspirational. I know we didn't go deep into the struggles, but sometimes it's very important that we give the positive side of things. You get a point. Just because I went through certain struggles doesn't mean that the next person should expect the same, man. Thanks, big up, man.
Thank you, I appreciate it, my man.
Cheers. Well, this has been Chit Chat with G-Wise, and of course today I've been talking to the vibrant Hamoba, okay, the man with the good noise, and of course so glad that he found time to be with us. And of course we've just learned about his journey through music, okay, from where he came from to where he is now, the challenges and of course the positives that he's had to face along the way, and of course the money as well, okay, yeah, the fame as well. We get to talk about that on this episode. I'm really grateful, and I'm hoping that you've subscribed. Of course, whatever thoughts that you have, you know, just put on that comment, ring that bell so that every time there's an episode, you get to be notified. On the other side, we've been recording from Mika Hotel right here in Kablonga. For all your accommodation and good meals, come right here at Mika. You will find everything. Otherwise, we keep pushing the Zambian music industry, the Zambian video industry, and every other industry that we get to talk about right here on Chit Chat with G-Wise. Otherwise, from me and the rest of the team, big up and thank you.